I give Screwball a lot of credit. I mean, he's been the best pitcher in baseball for the last 2.5 years. I know the kid. I know what he does. I know how great of a player he is. And I know that the Detroit Tigers at one point last year at the trade deadline wanted to move him. Actually asked him if he wants to start at the All-Star game. It really shows the respect that he has for the game, and really respect for Max Fried, who's had a sensational year for the New York Yankees. It's not like he hasn't put out the numbers that is very deserving to be the starter for the American League, but Scooble's been the better pitcher, especially with the Detroit Tigers is the best team right now as far as records are concerned in baseball, and really has been the best team in the first half of the season all around with the young players that they have, the talent that they have. It's been very well put together. The last time I've seen this team as good as it is was when Justin Verlander and Scherzer was on the team and Miguel Cabrera. I mean, that team was loaded, and now you have these young phenoms.
Guess who was on that team too?
Yes, the young phenoms that were on this roster now. Detroit has a very good chance to go to the World Series. The American League really is lackluster, and I will see how everything pans out in the second half of the season. We'll see where the trades go in the next 2 weeks. Everybody keeps talking about the home run derby, but you got to look at what some of these teams are doing. And really, at the tail end of the first half, the Yankees were up and down. They really have played the worst baseball of the year in the month of June, and they've fallen out. I mean, I think they won 14 games in the month of June and early in the month of July. I want to see the Yankees play a little bit better in the second half, and it all lies on Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone to figure it out. Now, analytics is not going to get the answer and give you the answers to the equation. The Yankees need to show up to the games and play. I don't know what you play. You want to play Powerball, you play Powerball. Hit the ball out of the park. If you're going to play small ball, steal bases and play small ball. Early in the season, the Yankees were doing that. They were playing small ball baseball. It really looked like they were changing the way and the pace of the game. And then all of a sudden they stopped playing that way, and they started to rely too much on the pitching. The pitching started to get a little bit, certain pitchers were coming back. Schmidt came back. He was down. He was back. I mean, Marcus Stroman has been a shell of himself in the first half. Whenever he started, he's looked bad. I'll tell you this. Rodon's been better. Rodon's had a very good season. This has been Rodon's best season in the first half as a New York Yankee, and he had to pick up the slack after Garrett Cole has been out for the rest of it. It's been out for this season. It'll be out probably early next season, so you're going to have to get a lot more from Rodon. We'll see what the Yankees do at the trade deadline. There are stories that the Yankees will go after a starting pitcher. They're looking at some bullpen help and starting pitcher. They don't think they need any help in the lineup. And by the way, Aaron Boone coming out and saying they're the best team in baseball, I think he's smoking a little bit. And whatever he's smoking, he needs to share some of it with me, because I'm going to need it after the day I had today, watching somebody run across of 25A, naked and butt-ass naked, running from something I didn't see. So he must have been running from a ghost, or maybe somebody was going to the bathroom trying to stab him or something. But I will say this. The All-Star game means nothing. It really means nothing anymore.
Not anymore.
No, a couple of years ago, they were actually whoever wins the All-Star game, the National League, American League. That's the team that has that's the league that has the home field advantage in the World Series. Yep. I think obviously when you look at the All-Star game now, the only thing is bragging rights. Now, the American League has dominated the All-Star game for the last 12 years. Does the National League want to go out there and prove their point? I don't know. And the National League's been better, really, for the last 2 seasons. I think they have the better players. They have the better talent. And I think they have, obviously, the more depth when it comes to the baseball teams. But, again, that doesn't sell to anybody when it comes to the players. There's more power in the American League. It's always been that way. I'm not excited about the All-Star game. I could care less about the All-Star game. I know baseball fans, are looking forward to it because there's nothing to watch on television. And hopefully, what we got? A week and a half until OTA start. It's a couple of weeks away.
Yeah, training camp is next week for some teams. Yeah.
So training camp starts. So that's what I want to see. I want to see more of football and football conversation, because that takes away from all the garbage that we're going to watch when it comes to baseball. It doesn't get interesting until the last month and a half of baseball. Who's going to make it? Who's in the wild card spots? What team's going to pick up what player and off of waivers, because automatically they become available. Guys that you thought, oh, my God, he's eager to be traded, and then all of a sudden he gets dropped at the waiver line because nobody wants him, or the team that has him doesn't want him anymore, and he's automatically a free agent, and a team out of nowhere like the Dodgers or one of these teams automatically gets these guys, and they go on a run all the way to the World Series.
The Dodgers will sign him and defer all his money next year.
It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic, and that's what I hate when it comes to certain sports. Same thing with basketball. I say this about basketball all the time. These what do they call this? We go about
10-day contracts.
No, trade. When they trade a pick, you trade
the protected picks.
Protected or unprotected picks. Now, if you trade a pick, depending on the year, there shouldn't be a protected or unprotected pick. But basketball has done it where it screwed a lot of teams, including the New York Knicks. Yeah. Remember the Kristaps Porzingis trade? The Knicks traded for 2 first-round draft picks. They wound up getting a second-round draft pick for Kristaps Porzingis, who eventually helps the Boston Celtics win a championship. As they call him, as Kevin Durant, a.k.a. Mr. Twitter feed himself says, the unicorn, as we all know. It's absolutely pathetic, and it just really it dry heaps me.